Alright, what is up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have got another new one for you today, but before we get to that, I'm going to give you a heads up. My voice is absolutely obliterated right now, as you can probably hear. Not sick or anything like that, not the plague like normally. Just strained it pretty hard the last couple of days at work, so I'm going to keep the conversation while the video is playing to a minimum, just to give it some rest. But like I said, we got a new one from Dimmu Borgir with, I'm probably gonna fucking butcher this because my Norwegian's a little rusty. Ulvgjeld Blodsodel. I haven't looked up to see the translation for that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know Ulv is Norwegian for wolf, and Blodsodel, I'm assuming has something to do with blood. Again, I mean no ill meaning or disrespect or anything, just my Norwegian is rusty. I'm amateur at the language still. But this is the first new material we got, not only since 2018 with Jonin, but the first new material without longtime guitarist Galder, who departed from the band to focus on his actual band, Old Man's Child, which, man, I'm waiting for that one to come out. So let's go ahead and check out. This is Ulvgjeld Blodsodel. Alright, nice haunting opening. Pretty creepy. That's probably not helping. It's got like some Warhammer 40k kind of vibe with the Tech Marine shit going. I'm a fucking nerd, I know, don't judge. They never skimp on theatrics and cinematics for fuck cinematics. Oh. That is super haunting. Absolutely love it. Ooh. It's gonna build up. It's gonna build up. I know it is. Oh, that fucking harmony of the vocals right there. Ooh, nice little chorus break. That little piano ditty right there. Loving it. Why does that fit so well? It really adds to a haunting effect of the song, the piano. Orchestration behind it is just adding to it so much. It makes it so epic. I think it's lining up. There's going to be a video sequel. All right, so this is one of the reasons I really do enjoy Dimmu Borgir, right? And a lot of people might, I don't want to say take offense to it, but a lot of people might become defensive with what I'm about to say. They are not, in the sense, a true black metal band anymore. When their first couple albums was, right? But now it's more of into the symphonic black metal realm, which is, you know, in the vein of like Emperor, that kind of thing, right? Which I get to see in a couple weeks. That's gonna be fucking epic, but neither here nor there. And they really proved to me early on that because my first exposure to black metal was like Mayhem, Emperor, Immortal, Behemoth, early Behemoth. And I just remember it was always just, as far as instrumentation goes, right? It was always the tremolo picking. Everything was insanely sped up and everything like that. And this song right here is proof you don't necessarily need to be going 1,000 miles per second to really convey like a sense of, you know, bombast or grandeur in a really epic song like this. This song had a really epic symphonic vibe to it. This was, to me, it had a real, almost, and if you have a different thought on the matter, just, you know, let me know. It really had a certain, like, Death Cult Armageddon kind of vibe to it that I was really getting. Whereas, like, Iona and Abrahadabra really had, it was more, I guess I really don't know how I would describe those two. They were black metal at the same time, though there was other elements to it. This one had a very, it borderlines on gothic metal, actually, as far as instrumentation goes. And then toward the end of the song, at the crescendo, you could actually see everything. Like, in the video was very indicative of when the crescendo was coming, because you could actually tell everything was starting to, everything within that, I guess you could say, the church that they were in, they were starting to fall apart and everything like that. You know, very, very typical black metal style imagery right there. It really built up, and it was indicative that the crescendo was happening. The song's coming to a close actually right there. And I enjoyed the living shit out of this song. Was it worth an 8-year wait? Absolutely, in my opinion. I'm trying to think of any gripes I might have about it. I really can't think of any, actually. The guitars, like I said, the guitars and the bass and the drums and everything like that, they were, I'd say, more mid-tempo throughout. Like I said, it had a very gothic metal kind of vibe to it. like 69 Eyes, or I mean, nah, I'm not gonna say Typo Negative. That it wasn't dirgy enough for that one. But yeah, it had a real, uh, very draconian kind of vibe to it as well. Just very haunting, epic. At the same time, that it was very beautiful, though. I will say that. Um, Shagrath, his vocals, I liked how he was doing the harsh ones and then the sort of the more deep, moody, gothic vocals throughout the song. That was, and like he didn't, it didn't feel forced. You know, it felt what's the word I'm looking for here? Natural, I guess. It felt like everything. You could tell they'd been working on this. I think they said since 2020 they started working on this, and it shows. Like they really put time and effort into making sure that, all right, we're gonna make motherfuckers wait 5-6 years for it. Let's make sure it's good. And this really it paid off. This was a really really solid song, really good entry in their catalog, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the upcoming album Grand Serpent Rising has in store for us when it does drop. I didn't think to look at the date. I'll put it somewhere in this area. But yeah, overall, solid fucking song from a solid fucking band. Actually, okay, I've been on an extreme metal kick again lately, black metal, death metal, that kind of thing, and they're releasing stuff constantly lately. So let's see what else comes down the pipe later on. But that was once again Dimmu Borgir with Ulvgjeld and Blodsodel. Ulvgjeld and Blodsodel. Man, I'm butchering that so badly. I'm sorry, everyone. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here and get my voice a break now. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until the next video, peace.